So yesterday, this friend of mine sends me a link to an article that had to do with a study that has to do with alcohol consumption. Basically, what it says is that they did what is called an associational study, and those studies are basically they're not even studies as far as I'm concerned. They're just questionnaires. And basically, in this case, what they did was they asked these people that were of a certain age, I believe it was over 70, and they said, on average, how many alcoholic drinks have you had over the past, say, 4 to 5 years per week? How many drinks have you had per week over that course of time? And then they'll tally up the results, whatever the people answered. Now, I don't know, I eat a very strict diet and I eat the same things all the time, but if you ask me what I had for breakfast today, I'd have to think about it for a second. And so, to ask somebody what they consumed over the past 4 to 5 years is just asinine. It's ridiculous, but that's how they do it. So the results of this so-called study were that on average, people that consumed between 3 and 5 alcoholic drinks per week over this course of 4 to 5 years showed a lower rate of mortality. In other words, they had lower rates of all-cause mortality, which would be like heart disease and things like that. Now, that's gonna, people being people, we're always looking for, validation for what we do. So there are going to be some yahoos that are going to say, whoa, look at this. If I drink alcohol, I'm at least good with 3 to 5 alcoholic drinks a week, and I'm not going to die that soon. It's going to keep me alive. Well, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit there's ever been. Alcohol is basically a poison, okay? In moderation, yes, if you're otherwise healthy, Now, the other caveat with this study was that the people that they asked had no underlying conditions. They were already healthy people. So if you take somebody that's healthy, even at the age of 70, and even if they did have 3, 4, 5, 6 alcoholic drinks a week and you're otherwise healthy, you should be perfectly fine. But if you take somebody that's been drinking for years, and you ask them that question, and, they're going to have underlying issues. They're going to be unhealthy. Of course they're going to have a higher death rate. It's asinine. A few years back, they found that there's a substance called Resveratrol, if I'm saying that right, Resveratrol. And it's found in the skin of grapes, other berries, some plants. And what it is, it's a substance that the plant actually uses when it's attacked, say by a fungus or a bacteria. It's a defense mechanism, a substance that it uses to defend itself. There were studies on this resveratrol that showed that it had, it was good for humans and that it may help extend life and things like that. It may help you live longer, that type of thing. Well, because it was found in grapes, the sales of wine, after this study was released to the general public, the sales of wine went up by 30%, as did grape juice. So people figured, I want to live a little bit longer, so I'm going to drink a bunch of wine, or I'm going to drink a bunch of grape juice. So I'm going to mainline sugar with the grape juice, or I'm going to uptake massive amounts of alcohol, and that's going to make me live longer. It's ridiculous. We're just looking for something to validate what we do and justify it and say, well, you're drinking this much or that much. Well, yeah, no, studies say that it's going to make me live longer. It's better for me, So I just thought it was funny, but, if you are a drinker, and I was a drinker my whole life. I started drinking when I was 14. So I'm not preaching to anybody. But alcohol is a poison. It doesn't help you with weight loss. It has a lot of downsides. But it's like with anything in life. The poison is in the dose. So if you're a moderate drinker and you're otherwise healthy, you're probably going to be just fine. But don't try and justify what you do if you're otherwise unhealthy and think that now if I drink alcohol, it's going to be the fountain of youth, or it's going to be some potion or elixir that's going to keep me alive longer or make me better. It's not. So I just thought it was odd. I thought it was funny, but again, it's just us being us. All right, I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to go work out. I hope you do the same. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.